I bought the dip. I added thousands of shares of Bionano Genomics today. Today was a good day, okay? In this video, I'm going to be telling you guys why I bought more shares of Bionano Genomics. The CEO of Bngo made some powerful statement that I believe you guys should be aware of. But before I continue, let me quickly remind you guys that Bionano Genomics is going to be reporting their second quarter earnings on Wednesday after the market close. And I want to remind you guys that the stock is already up, almost 100% year to date, while the industry is down about 2 to 3%. What's going on, investors? My name is Dayo. Welcome to Frunkla Investment, where I talk about my passion, my favorite stock, Bionano Genomics, with the ticker Bngo. If this is your first time on this channel, please smash the like button and subscribe if you want to learn more about Bionano Genomics. Let's get to it. So before we dive into what happened today and what the CEO of Bionano Genomics said that I believe you guys should be absolutely aware of, okay? There are some secret statements, some secret keywords in this statement, and I'm going to show you guys everything in this video. But before we continue, let's quickly take a look at what happened with the stock of Bionano Genomics today. We closed green today, okay? We are up $6.03. That's where we close, up about 10 cents, up 1.69%. The market cap is about 1.7 billion US dollars, just 300 million US dollars from my 2 billion US dollars mark. Okay, the volume was absolutely not really there today. I mean, 7.5 million shares today exchanging hand is more or less nothing. Okay, I mean, we need to see strong volume above at least 15 million shares exchanging hands before we can at least expect rally. The Chief Business Officer of Bionano Genomics, Rich Shippy, has been on fire today, okay? This man has been tweeting all day, and this is what I love to see about the company that I am invested in. He has been sharing tweet after tweet all day, everything talking about the progress of the Saphyr device, the adoption of the Saphyr device, what experts are saying about the Saphyr device, the use cases, how they hope the Saphyr device is going to replace the traditional cytogenomics methods like karyotyping, FISH, and of course microarray. This tweet is one of the most interesting one that Rich Shippy has tweeted today, okay? This one says Dr. Kanaga Shaman from MD Anderson. She said, I quote, "Structural variants are very important for diagnosis and prognosis of hematological malignancies and targets for therapy." And she said, OGM is a single technique for genome-wide characterization of all structural variations. This is another powerful tweet from Rich Shippy today, the CBO of Bionano Genomics, where he was talking about an event that was moderated by Dr. Al-Kashabi, the Chief Medical Officer of Bionano Genomics. This event is from the CGC Annual 2021. Dr. Al-Kashabi was having conversation with Dr. Ravindra from Augusta University, Dr. Allen, and Dr. Adrian Lee, where they were talking about the progress of the Saphyr device and how they believe the Saphyr device can replace cytogenetics, cytogenomics, the old school, over 50-year-old traditional methods that scientists, researchers, clinicians are still using up till date. They believe the OGM Saphyr device from Bionano Genomics is today ready to replace most of all these traditional methods. That's why we are seeing a lot of events going on right now. So this right here is a tweet from Dr. Adrian Lee. Look at it. He tweeted this like 8 hours ago. He said, participating on a visual panel at the CG Consortium meeting discussing cytogenomics using optical mapping for DNA structural variant detection with Bionano Genomics, sure to give new insight into breast cancer genomics. So before we continue, let me quickly remind you guys that we have events after events. Since yesterday, Bionano Genomics has been presenting, last week they shared this with us last week that Bionano Genomics was going to be having record number of optical genome mapping presentations scheduled to appear at the annual Cancer Genomics Consortium meeting from August 1st till 4th of August. So these are some of the events that are going on right now. We have already seen some of them. I think this one is already over, from Dr. Nikki Sahipal about solid tumor, hematological malignancy. I believe we have also seen some. I think this one from Johns Hopkins University was from yesterday. I can't really remember. So we still have a lot of events going on. I mean, we have a lot of events that are still going to happen tomorrow and next tomorrow. And finally, on Wednesday, we have the second quarter earnings report. immediately the market closes, and of course the earnings call is going to follow it 30 minutes after the market closes. Now, before we continue, let me also remind you guys that last year when Bionano Genomics appointed the Chief Medical Officer, Dr. Alka Shaube, as the company's first Chief Medical Officer, the reason why Bionano Genomics employed Dr. Alka Shaube was to help them, to lead the conversion of cytogenetics to digital cytogenetics with Saphyr. Okay, they employed her to help them to increase the adoption of the Saphyr devices, in our own medical way. So Dr. Alka Shaube, look at this quote from the CEO of Bionano Genomics. He said, I quote, "I am so happy that Dr. Alka Shaube is joining Bionano as the first Chief Medical Officer in the history of our company. Alka complements our leadership team by bringing clinical and scientific expertise that can take Bionano's capabilities to the next level and accelerate commercial execution for Bionano and its customer. Over the years that Alka has advised Bionano, we have built a strong relationship of mutual trust and respect. We cannot think of a better fit for us than Alka and believe our experience will help turn Bionano's current string of initial successes in translational and clinical research into a movement in molecular diagnostics that we believe could revolutionize cytogenetics testing in cancer and genetics." So revolution, that is the key word, guys. Revolution. Now let me show you guys what the CEO of Bionano Genomics has been saying lately about Bngo Saphyr that made me to increase my position in this company and bought, over thousands of shares of Bngo today. Let's get to it. These are some powerful statements that the CEO of Bionano Genomics made about 6 hours ago that I believe most of you guys are still not completely aware of. So I have managed to highlight some important keywords in this tweet. Okay, the first one he said is "I love." Then the second one is "Cancer is a disease of the structural variation." And then he said Saphyr system is the best. I mean, if you have a company and you have the CEO making this kind of powerful statement and you believe in the mission of this company yourself, I mean, this can only increase your conviction in this company. I mean, this is why I added to my position of Bionano Genomics today. Even though I am a super bullish fan of this company, this statement from the CEO increased my conviction. Okay, he said, "I love this slide from Dr. Baoho's talk yesterday at CGC Annual 2021. So he was talking about this slide. If you take a look at this slide, you guys can easily see that translocation, Bionano Genomics Saphyr device is the only device out there, cost effective, less labor intense, that can detect structural variations. We are talking about translocation. Whenever we have translocation in genomes, only the Saphyr device is the best out there to detect it. This is the slide from yesterday. I mean, one of the pages from yesterday's presentation where the doctor was talking about deletions and translocations were common SVs in the tumors. And when you talk about common structural variation in the tumor and only the Saphyr device is able to detect, you look at this, guys, we have about 51.3% translocation in this tumor that the doctor was talking about. And then we have right here, we have 34.5% deletion, and here we have 24.1% deletion. I mean, only the Saphyr device is able to detect all these variations. Okay, now you have the CEO coming out and saying he loves what he is seeing from this doctor. What's the name of this doctor? Is Dr. Miriam Bonhost. Okay, so he said he loved what the doctor is saying, that, and he also said cancer is a disease of structural variation. I mean, cancer is not a disease of, it's a disease of structural variation. And whenever you're talking about structural variation, we're talking about the Saphyr device. We're not talking about next generation sequencing from PacBio or from Illumina or whatever. We are talking about cytogenetics methods. We are talking about, karyotyping, FISH, and we are talking about microarray. So only the Saphyr device is able to combine all these methods into one single method, one single device. I mean, what else do you want the CEO of this company to say? And he also said Saphyr system is the best. That's the keyword. Saphyr system is the best way to find the structural variations driving cancer and study them for better medicine and patient management. Now, this is the second tweet of Bngo CEO. Okay, he said, now let me quickly highlight the powerful keywords that he used in this one. Okay, we will be relentless. Look at that. Next wave of big biology in genomics. Okay, and then you have transformation. So these are the keywords that the CEO used in this tweet. Gonna be a busy few days. I told you guys that this week is going to be a tough week. If you see my previous video, you can easily tell the title was more or less this week is going to be a tough week for Bngo. So he said it's gonna be a busy few days. Epic data coming out. CGC annual 2021. We believe OGM can drive the next wave of big biology in genomics by transforming the way everyone sees the genome. That more or less he is talking about Cytopia. Okay, Cytopia. Whenever you're talking about big data, epic data, the CEO was talking about Cytopia right there. And he said, and we will be relentless about it. We will be relentless about it. So they are going to be working their backside off. Okay, every team, everybody working at Bionano Genomics, they will be working their backside off until they transform this big biology in genomics. I believe that's what the CEO is simply trying to say right here, telling us. You have the CEO of a company telling you that he is not going to sleep, okay, until Bngo becomes where, gets to the promised land, until Bionano Genomics gets where he wants the company to get to. This man has been, the CEO of the company for over 10 years now, I believe, and he has been doing amazing work. But of course, most of us we only care about the price of the stock. Okay, so that's why most of us don't really care about the data, what is going on in the company, the fundamental. But I'm very happy if you are watching this video right now. I believe you also care about the fundamentals of this company, and I believe you also care about your investment in this company, because you have to know where your money is going. You have to know where you put your money. Okay, so this is the last tweet from the CEO of Bngo. Now look at the keywords, guys. Detecting cancer risk. Accuracy of NGS isn't the issue. Inability of NGS, and of course blue ocean. So Bionano Genomics CEO said obscure genome mapping works well in detecting cancer risk. What we have been saying, even better now with other people including MD Anderson's people saying it. Rangers know accuracy of NGS isn't the issue. The inability of NGS to detect structural variation is creating a blue ocean for OGM. So this man has been saying it from day one that he believes, PacBio and Bionano Genomics are not in competition, guys. PacBio is into short-read sequencing and perhaps long-read sequencing. But whenever you talk about structural variations, whenever you talk about translocation, deletion, and so on and so forth, we're talking about Bionano Genomics Saphyr device. This is the only device out there that is able to detect all these structural variations that all these NGS are unable to detect. And the CEO said it right here. Rangers know accuracy of NGS is not the issue. The issue is that NGS is unable to detect structural variations, that the Saphyr device is able to detect. That is more or less what he is telling us in this statement. If this is your first time on this channel and you want to learn more about this company, feel free to use the comment section and let me know, guys. If you want me to make a video on a topic, let me know in the comment section. If you are new on my channel and you enjoy this content, please subscribe and remember to click on the notification bell, so whenever I post a new video on this topic, on this company, you guys will be the first person to receive the notification. Have a wonderful day, guys. I have another amazing video. I'm going to be dropping it in the next 8 to 7 hours. Immediately I wake up tomorrow, I will drop that video. Ciao, ciao.